Now, because there's so much paste on the paper, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wash the whole piece down before I make my cuts. So I go to the sponge and I start sponging the whole piece down. Sometimes you just have to take your sponge, rinse it out. One thing about the sponges, when you're using a sponge, never twist your sponge, squeeze your sponge. Very important. It'll save you a lot of money in sponges. Okay, so I sponged out my whole piece of paper. I'm very happy. I'm not seeing any air. I'm taking all this excess paste off. Good stuff. Now I'm ready to make my cuts. I put the sponge away, and I start. Okay, there's my one cut. My second cut. Okay, and what I'm noticing is my blade is getting a little dull. My razor, they get dull after a number of uses. So I take it and I turn my blade around so that I have a fresh edge. Now the reason I want a fresh edge is, unlike the cuts up here, which are very high or very low, this cut right here, I want to have very sharp because it defines the window. So I come down as far as I can without going too far. I lift it up. I take out my scissors. Now where did I put my scissors? Okay, now I got it. I take out my scissors and I cut it, and I've only cut part of it. Put that on the ground. Now I take out any air before I just come down on the ladder. But because we're working good and working with attention, which is what we need to work with, I'm pretty happy with how this looks. So now I come all the way down and very gently take any excess air, but I've wiped it down so I don't have a lot of glue on it. Okay. There we are. Now, done. I trim it up all the way down here. I make my trim very neat, very nicely. Come down, I trim the bottom. I trim the bottom. Pick up my scraps of pieces, turn around, I take a look at it and I go, voila! That's a nice installation. And that's what you can have. You can have a beautiful installation by doing this yourself, just by taking enough time and doing it the way it should be done. Follow the instructions of the manufacturer, and if you have any questions about doing this, refer to this tape a little bit and go back to the places where perhaps you didn't understand as well and look at the tape, and this will be the kind of installation that you'll have for yourself.